Great morning, gang. Great morning, gang. Let me make sure that we got everybody in. Who is this? This is Charles. Okay, great morning. Welcome to the call. Great morning. Let me get some shout outs. Robert, Mr. Williams, great morning. Crystal, Miss Jackson, great morning. Joseph, great morning. Charles, welcome once again right now, if you can hear me. Cedar, great morning. Lois, great morning. Dolly, great morning. Mr. Sharp, Anthony, how are you? Great morning, guys. Great morning. Listen, guys, this is our 7 a.m. This is our leadership training call. This is the call that we do once a week on Wednesdays, 7 a.m. in the morning. We do it early. Why? Because we need the information early, right? And then not only that, but you guys are going to get a chance to hear from our entire leadership team. They're going to train on something unique and value each and every week. And then you guys are going to get a chance to ask any questions that you may need to ask, right? Just so that you are well informed, and you have the product knowledge that you need. So with that being said, first and foremost, I want to throw the ball over to talent acquisition, Charlene McNamara.
Great morning, everyone. Glad to see you all this morning. I wish I could see you all, but those that I can't see, thank you for having your cameras on. I'm going to repeat that every week until we get in the habit of turning our cameras on. I'm Charlene, the talent acquisition for the company, and this morning, just to reiterate on some things that I've discussed before, but we do have new people on here that haven't heard me say this. As far as the recruiting, keep it up. It's doing great. I'm enjoying meeting the people that some of you are sending to me. You're sending me people of your same caliber, which shows me that you got good intentions for this company, as well as making sure that we keep the culture of this company. So we do appreciate that. We do want to keep this culture in this company. Another thing is the information posted on the Telegram for your orders. Make sure you put in the details. I gave a breakdown a few weeks ago on the understanding that I have, and I think we all should be on the same page as to how it should be listed. If it's a gig, you put a gig. If it's a 500 over 500, put that. If it's a 300 over 300, put that. But I need the details because myself, looking at the order from this end, I can't tell what that order is. So rather than me having to keep making a lot of calls, I would appreciate if we just get the information, and that would make it easy for me to get that leaders bulletin out to you fast enough, because I know y'all be looking for it every morning. My topic this morning that I want to speak on is career advancement. With this company, we are looking for people that are motivated. We are looking for people that want to be leaders with us. So with that opportunity and with those goals and culture, we are looking for people that want to be career advancement. They want to grow with the company. They want to move from the entry-level positions to the managerial positions. They want to take on the responsibilities of showing people exactly what they know, because that's how you become a leader, by teaching someone what you know. Also, at the same time, they're gaining experience. You're gaining experience, and possibly, you can compete for even to go higher and higher. You can go higher in this company. You can get the goals of it, decide one day that you want to own a company. You can do that as well. Those opportunities are available for you. So we want to make sure that you keep yourself focused with wanting to be goal oriented and wanting career advancement. And why is career advancement important? First of all, it reduces staff turnover. If the staff turnover is low, then that boosts the happiness for the people that are with the company. It makes it lower. Less people want to even quit. People want to stay here. And I think we're getting a lot of that. People come to this company and they want to be here. They want to stay here. They come here because they've had friends that wanted to do the same thing they was doing, just on watching them do what they're doing. So, it boosts this happiness and it keeps the people from wanting to quit. And it can be highly effective. Excuse me, y'all, I'm a little early for me. It can be highly effective by, if you got your turnover low, then that means the people that are here, they actually know, and that means we got more people that know. We got more people that can train. We got more people that can advance. we got more people that can grow with the company. And hopefully majority of you or all of you will want to do that at some point. It also improves our productivity, which is when you bring in the recruits, when you get good recruits, when you get people that actually here to work with this company, not here just to make money, but to work with this company. You make money working with this company. So long as you know that there's a job available, there's an opportunity available, I should say, an opportunity available for you to have that, then please go out there. I wish all of you the best for the rest of the week. I wish all of you the best for your future here with the company. I want to see each and every one of you grow. So please keep a mindset of growing. Keep growing, keep growing. At the end of all my DOO letters, they know I always say, keep growing. That's what I want to see this company do, keep growing. That's what I have for you today. If anyone have anything to comment or ask, please place it in the chat. I'll be glad to respond. Thank you.
You're muted, Quincy.
Guys, forgive me. First and foremost, guys, let's give it up for talent acquisition. Let's make some noise. Drop some fire in the chat. I had to, right? Because again, you know, it just warms my heart for you guys to want to be here, obviously, right? And then for us to be getting such quality recruits. You know, I thank you guys for your due diligence on this, and I hope that you guys see the potential in your futures here, right? So great job. All right, I want to throw the ball over to Mathali now, onboarding and call center. Mathali Severe, take it away.
Great morning, everybody. My name is Mitharli. I'm extension 1 with the call center and onboarding / bridge marketing, bridge the gap marketing, the university. I help out with that. So if you guys need help with getting logged into Bridge the Gap University, or you're having trouble watching your videos, I'm the person to call and to text. I will be gladly able to help you guys. So this morning, my topic is competition and how you can use competition to your advantage. So first and foremost, I want you guys to understand that competition, it's more about you than the next person. And I chose this topic because I see that we're growing and we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I know with that comes competition. You know, especially if you're new, you're watching our best, you know, of the best. You're watching them make sales and make numbers. You want to get there, but I don't want you to get lost in the sauce. So that's why my topic is competition. So competition should be more about you than the person. Don't get caught up on the numbers or your opponent's success, right? My first example with that, how to, you know, really show you how to focus on you. Let's take the gym, for example. And I know I'm not sure if you guys go to the gym. Do you go to the gym? Drop it in the chat, yes or no. Or if you've been to the gym, do you enjoy going to the gym? Do you know people who go to the gym? Yeah. Awesome, awesome. So let's take the gym, for example. A lot of us that go to the gym, we're looking to maybe get bigger or to lose weight. And I'll use muscles, gaining muscles as example. When it comes to gaining muscles, a lot of people might think going to the gym, you have to focus on just lifting heavy and heavy and heavy. But it's not just about the heaviness, how much you're able to lift. And you might focus on getting, lifting heavier, but when you look at the next person, you see that they're not going crazy on lifting heavy, but their muscles look good and they look better than you. And you're just going in there focused on lifting heavy. And you're not asking yourself, okay, what's going on? Am I eating good? Am I eating better? Am I actually tracking my success instead of just going in there to lift the heaviest weight? Am I progressing each week? Am I focused on eating proteins? Am I drinking my proteins? Am I resting? Because resting is also important. So you have to ask yourself all these questions. What are you doing and not doing? But you're lifting heavy. So that should tell you enough. It's not just about the numbers increasing, it's what are you doing outside of the gym that's giving you the results. And with sales, when you look at sales, it's not what Crystal, what Team, what Yusuf, I don't want to say all the names. It's not what everybody else is doing. It's what you're doing. You know, how is your retention rate with your customers? Are you actually helping them with the ACP? Are you helping them to get what you promised them? How many hours are you working? You know, so it's all these questions that you have to ask yourself. What am I doing in the field? It's not just about getting 100 sales a day, but after getting 100 sales a day, what have you done to make sure that you get paid out and not your numbers just looking pretty and strong on the leaders board? So it's all about you, and all of these questions that, you know, all of these things I just asked or told you to ask yourself, it's all about you. It did not involve the other person. It's about you improving yourself and using all these questions to get better in the field or in the gym. So competition should be about improving your skills, not focus and being obsessed on what the other person is doing. Because if you focus on what they're doing, how are you gonna improve? How do you have time to know what your strengths and weaknesses are as a person? So that's why the focus should be more on you than the other person. And it's not also about how many yeses. That's of course about the numbers. It's not about the numbers or how many yeses you get. How do you keep these yeses, and how do you also get referrals after that? So number 2 is to keep your end goal in mind. Know your why. And that should always be on your mind, knowing why you're doing this and where you're looking to get. So if you have that in mind, it'll be easier for you to get back on track, and it'll be easy for you to be clear about your days, to know what you're gonna do to get to that end goal that you have in your mind, right? And it's going to be easy for you to be more precise and execute because you have your end goal in mind always. And you should always take that with you out in the field. Know where you're looking to be at by the end of the week, and know what you're looking to do at Bridge the Gap University. So, Bridge the Gap Marketing. And I have the last one. You have to celebrate others' success. And that is very important when it comes to competing or being in competition, because we're one company. It's all of us together, and you have to look to, you know, celebrate the next person's success, because not only is it helping you, but it's helping us as a whole. And you can also learn from the other person. So when you celebrate each other's success, you also keep that relationship going strong. And you know, you implement love within the team, because we're looking to grow together, not apart, right? So don't get caught up in competing and being better, and you know, you actually ruin your relationship with the next person, when that person, they're good at what they do, but they could have helped you get further. And that's why as a team we have to compete with each other, and that's how we get to be the best marketing company around, right? By celebrating each other. And of course we have to compete, because that's how we get better, but do it the healthy way. And yeah, so use other people as inspiration, and because we all know competition keeps us on our toes. So it's great to compete, but don't get obsessed and don't focus too much on other people, right? Get better and grow within yourself. And that's my topic for today. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and I'll be, you know, able to answer your questions.
Great job, Thorley. Guys, give it up for Thorley.
Let's go, Thorley.
Yeah. I had to drop some more fire in the chat, guys.
Yeah, I'm authority.
Competition is the thing that fuels us all, really, right? This is America, guys, right? We are capitalists, you know, and capitalists are driven by opportunity, by being able to feed themselves and then feed others, obviously, right? It's a big job. A lot of people won't accept this responsibility, but since you have accepted this responsibility, then let the competition drive you. So with that being said, thank you for that, Thorley. I enjoyed that message. All right, I want to throw the ball over now to Cedar Moore, our general manager inside of Brooklyn. Fire us up, Cedar.
Great morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a great night. So I'm going to speak on the first steps to success in getting our clients installed. So it's not just about getting the sale, but it's about the retention of the sales. So anybody can get a sale. We can all get sales, it's, especially when we're saying, free internet, but it's the retention of keeping those sales, because that's what counts. It's not the fact of showing it on the board and say, I have this many sales, but are the sales being installed, and are you speaking to your customer? Are you making sure that your customer is following up? Are you giving that customer that undivided attention when they need it? Because they do call sometimes and a few times, not once, twice, 3 times maybe. See it through to the end, see it through until they are satisfied. So it doesn't count if they don't get installed, especially for your pockets, right? At the time of processing the order, number 1, you want to make sure you require the client to have a working email and phone number. If we don't have a working email or phone number, it's just not good. First of all, we're out of compliance when we don't get an email address, because Verizon expects us to get an email address. There's promotions, there's they have a right to cancel. There's things that the customer has a right for, and we're not doing our due diligence if we do not get their email address and correct working phone number. Not their cousin, not their aunt, not their phone number, because they're the ones that are getting installed and they need to get promotions and things that they need. So number 2, check to see if they are wired for FiOS, and then have them complete the ACP application. So number 1, of course, we have to check and see if they're wired. If they're not wired, then we're not going to be able to, give them the service. They would just have to wait. And the issue with that is if we don't check and then we tell them, oh yeah, you can definitely get the internet, and then we check it and the customer's upset because we gave them a false promise that they could not get it, right? They couldn't get it anyway. So we want to do that first. We want to check and see if they're wired, and then complete the ACP application. So we don't want to give the customer false promises, right? Make sure, number 3, make sure your client verifies their email and phone number. That's very important, guys, is to go into the app, go into after they create the account, and then they verify it. Their order number will come up, their MON number, which is the master order number. I don't know if everybody knows what that is. I've been asked a few times what the MON number is. So that's called the master order number, and that is the customer's order number. So if the customer asks, hey, they're asking me for a MON number or whatever, you tell them that this is what it is. And as long as they verify the email and their phone number, the phone number is going to prompt them to do the FiOS app. So you want them to download the FiOS app, which is the 4th thing, download the FiOS app. Make sure that it works on your customer's phone. If at that moment it cannot work, make sure you follow up with that customer and help that customer to get it, because sometimes they have issues with their phone. Maybe they have too many apps on their phone and they cannot download it. So either you can help the customer delete the apps that they don't need so they can download that FiOS app, and ask them, hey, can you delete this? Do you really need this? Just so they get downloaded, because this is more successful for us to be able to get it installed, because they'll get all their alerts on the app. Your technician is 5 minutes away, whatever it is, it'll be right on that app. So, it's beneficial for us. Number 5, provide them with their order number, install date, and ACP app ID, and make sure they understand what they need to do with it. So making sure that the customer understands, they're going to ask you for an order number. If they misplace their order number, they can verify themselves with their phone number. They can say, hey, can I verify myself with ask a Verizon rep? Can I verify myself with my phone number? There will be a PIN sent to their phone, and they will give that 4-digit PIN to the ACP hotline of Verizon, right? Make sure that they know their install date. That's very important. I understand that they're going to get it in the app, but what if something happens? What if, and for any reason, make sure that they have that and they have it written down, as well as their ACP app ID. And us having it too, we can write it down, because the customer will call because they think that, we have everything. They're like, you have my application ID, so, they think we have everything. So see, we're a little bit different than Verizon, in the call center, because we have more intimacy with our customers, right? They look for us to everything because they had that contact with us. It's more like a contact. It's like, we're right here. They felt us. They're like, wow, but speaking to somebody on the phone is a little bit different. So they have a little bit more, honestly, respect because we were right there with them through the process, right? And make sure that they understand what they need to do. You know, you just make sure, hey, you know, when on the day that you get installed, please call me. As soon as you get installed, give me a call. You know, they don't know why you're saying that. They're just like, okay. And then they'll call you and say, hi, you told me to call you on the day. And so, all right, this is what you need to do. Can you go back to your text message? And can you look at your text message? I'm going to go through this with you again. This is what you need to do. Apply your application ID. You're going to call 833-712-0177, and you're going to apply your ACP ID so that you can get the internet free or the low cost that you know, if they're doing low cost, and make sure that they understand that that's what they need to do. It'll be more successful for us once again, because they understand, because we're giving them the direction of what they need to do and not just throwing them to the wolves and saying, hey, you know, I already made my sale. But it won't get installed, guys, because the customer will be like, you know what, it'll get installed, but then it can be either a chargeback, because the customer is like, I'm not getting this free, I'm canceling the service. They get frustrated quickly. So we want to make sure that they understand everything and that we give them everything to be successful, as well as that means we're going to be successful. Number 6, send them the text providing what they need to do on the day they get installed, and let them read it to you for their understanding. So if they read it to you, you know, it's going to be more retention in their brain, right? It's going to go more into the brain, that they'll understand what they need to do as well. And that goes with number 5. It's hand in hand with that. And then number 7, have the client call you on the day of install, like I was saying before, and after they are connected, and reiterate what they need to do. Keep telling them, you know, you need to call the ACP number of Verizon, and you need to apply your application ID, which is the thing that we went over, which was the acpbenefit.org, and you need to apply that. If you do not apply that, then you will not get the internet for free or for the low cost. Last but not least, number 8, have them call you once they have successfully applied the ACP application ID, and then ask for your referrals, as well as the screenshot of their zeroed out bill. I'll add that in there because I forgot to put that there. So make sure that they show you that their bill was zeroed out. And then this will help our success rate and provide less cancels and more referrals. Happy selling, team, and that's it. If anybody has any questions, please let me know.
I'm trying to drop some fire in the chat for everybody right now. Let them know. Let me get one. Yeah, I got one. All right, guys. Listen, first and foremost, let's give it up for Cedar Moore.
Cedar.
Absolutely, great job, right? Actual factual steps that we can take to help us kind of keep our client. And by the way, she dropped it earlier on in the week inside of the chat. So please go back in the chat. If you can't see it, go back and just pin it up at the top. This will be good, right? Everyone on this call, right? You really should have pen and paper, right? Because you're always going to be able to pick something up on this call that you can use and take throughout your day. You know, obviously the person making 30,000, the other person making 100,000. Why? Because his attention to details, right? His habits, right? His mindset, all of the things that we're getting from this call here. So great job, Cedar. Thank you. All right. I want to throw the ball over now to Lois Crawford, who helps us over at the call center. Take it away, Lois.
Good morning, everyone.
Great morning.
Yeah, Cecil and Thoroughly be saying it. Oh, yes. But I would like to piggyback off of something they were saying about like keeping your customers, getting them installed. After getting them installed, it's very important to make sure that their ACP is applied, because you will have issues with customers calling you, complaining, yelling at you, threatening you and things like that, if they feel like you were lying about them getting free ACP. Getting free internet through ACP program. So I would like to show y'all how to go into Optics and actually check. You can check this out and see the person actually apply their ACP and what day they apply their ACP. Let me just flip my screen around. Don't know how to. There it goes. I don't know if y'all can see my screen. Let me take the blur off. Can y'all see the tablet?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
All right, so everybody know how to get to this part where they put in the customer's information. I just stay in search. I put the customer's name and I put the order number. After that, it's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. This person has been installed because it has the files mix and match at the top, and I tap on the files mix and match. When I tap on files mix and match, this screen will come up. If it does not. There we go. Come on now. Maybe I gotta put the person info in again. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, let me put the information in again. When you tap on files, mix and match. Let me see, I put in Linda Brown. I'm sorry. Where's that info? VA. Here we go. I'll be that one. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna put PA 1178-308-7492. Here we go. Tap the blue files mix and match, and all of his info will come up. As you see right here, for ID, it says NA, which means the customer did not apply their ACP. This customer was installed on the 6th, October 6th. He's going to get a bill. 9 times out of 10, he's going to call whoever installed him and he is going to complain. Right here, it tells you what day they were installed. You see he was actually installed on the 6th, but on the top, it would say which day he called and applied his ACP, and it will also say the discount on the side. So if we do this, it will allow us to keep up with our customers and see like which customers applied their ACP and which customers did not apply their ACP. And we will be able to call them instead of our customers calling us if we keep up with that. And on top of that, we also can walk the customers through, like if they do call us the day that they were installed, we can actually walk them through how to apply their ACP online instead of them calling. Because a lot of people don't like being on the phone long. They don't like calling in, or sometimes when they call in, y'all know Verizon don't know about ACP as much as we do. And they're going to tell them all this different stuff about how they got to pay 2 different bills or how it's not going to kick in right away and all this other stuff. And the person might cancel because they don't want to pay a bill.
Run that back. You say you can apply the ACP code online.
Yes, you can apply the ACP code online. So I don't know how to share my screen. Let me see.
Look for the button in the middle that says share screen with the arrow pointed up. It may be green on your phone.
Y'all, I can't see what y'all doing because I'm so blind. I can't see the screen, but I'm listening and I am so excited. I'm excited, y'all. I'm so excited right now. This is crazy. But I'm gonna need like a step-by-step on this because
We can't see you either.
yeah, no, I can see y'all. I just can't see the word.
Can y'all hear me?
Now we can.
Right.
All right. But can y'all see my screen?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
Where?
so if you go to it's files/ACP what is this? All right, files/ACP consent. When you click on that, right here, it'll show you the steps on what you're supposed to do. So of course, for the new customers, we check the availability. After we check and see that they can get files at their home, then you'll sign them up for the ACP. You know, once they get installed, you can have the customer log into their account. That's why it's very important at the end to tell them to make a password for the account, because not only do they go in there to get their, you know, free gift cards or to be able to check to see if they to see their zero balance, but they also could go into the account and they can apply their ACP. That stops them from being, you know, being on the phone with Verizon for 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes with someone that don't know what they're doing. It's quicker and it's easier for some people. You know, some people, they're traveling, you know, they're working or whatever the case may be, and they really can't be on the phone. And it'll also stop them from having to make so many phone calls. So if they calling you to say, hey, you know, I got installed, the technician said everything is good, then y'all can go into the account yourself and do that. So that stops them from having to call you, then call Verizon, and then calling you back to say, hey, I applied my ACP. You will always check and you can always do it with them. So I'm not sure if that helped. If anyone have any, you know, any extra questions, I could always send it step by step, because I did screen record myself putting in someone ACP yesterday online. So I could either drop it inside of the Telegram or I could send it to you guys individually if y'all would like it. Other than that, I'm done.
Guys, give it up for Lois Carper. Guys,
Lois.
every last
Thank
one of you
you.
guys should drop the fire chat and emoji. Every last one of you guys should have dropped the fire chat and emoji. That changes the game. That's truly game-changing information. Being able to look it up inside of Optics and know that your client did not attach their ACP benefits is a game changer, because you already know what to look forward to, right? You already know to contact that customer back. What is that customer going to think when you contact them back and say, hey, by the way, you didn't apply your ACP benefits? That lets you right off the hook right there, because now you're calling them back to remind them. And then on top of that, right, you just want to make sure that you don't receive a cancel or what's called a chargeback. Thank you for that information. And then obviously being able to do it online instead of spending time on the phone, game-changing information. Please stand in ovation, guys. Let's give it up for Lois one more time.
Oh, Lois.
Lois.
Thank you.
And you're so cool with the information. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, let's throw the ball over to Talia, our general manager out of Philadelphia, kicking ass and taking names. Leah, take it away.
Great morning, everybody.
Great morning.
Yeah, so this morning I just basically wanted to talk about the importance of, you know, making sure that your customer has their own phone, making sure that we're not putting our phone numbers on these orders, because Verizon, they know everything about us, you know. So a lot of times when we out in the field, we may run across a customer that doesn't have a working phone. We really don't want to deal with that customer, because not want to deal with them, but we really can't deal with that customer because they should have a working phone. They should have a working email. Another thing is following up on basically just reiterating what everybody else spoke about. Following up with the ACP, making sure that your customer has their ACP code, making sure they apply for the ACP code, making sure they got installed and they were able to apply the ACP code. That's really important. Also, I wanted to speak on making sure you get your cancels. A lot of times cancels is just because the customer wasn't there to answer the phone or answer the door. So it got canceled, but you always can call back to 1-800 Verizon and get them reinstalled or scheduled for another date. If anybody have any questions or anything, please feel free to drop it in the chat. Thank you.
All right, guys, let's give it up for Talia.
Talia.
Thank you for that. See the one
Oh,
of the
Talia.
information earlier, previously on the call here, but it's good to be able to hammer things home. Why? Because the repetition, right, is going to help us so much more. All right, guys, with that being said, right, I believe that we've heard from every leader that we actually have on the call. I want to make sure I didn't forget anybody. I do that sometimes, right? Forgive me, blame my mind, not my heart. But what I do want to do in closing, right, is I want to mention to you guys right now, guys, if you guys are taking notice, the weather is changing outside, right? It went from very extremely warm now to it's getting, you know, it's fall weather, right? It's getting a little cooler. For those of you that's buying any water, right, it's really cold now at this point. I got a chance to see Pam out in the field. I think it was yesterday. We were on our call and Pam was out in the field and she was freezing cold, but she had a jacket on. She was decorated perfectly. So I just want you guys to be mindful of the weather changing. Why? Because now is the time when you're going to start to get sick, right? I need for you guys to take care of yourself. Need for you guys to get proper rest. Need for you guys to drink water. If you can, go work out, right? If you can't even work out, do some calisthenics inside of your home. That's the best way to get energy. I know you guys see me with these energy drinks, but I also take my ass to the gym. I have to, right? You know, to keep my momentum up, my stamina up, right? A lot of times we out there in the field, we cannot feel drained. If we feel drained, we're not going to be our best self. We're not going to be able to work a full shift. That impacts our income greatly, right? I just want you guys to know also that we got jackets coming, right? We got shirts, we got hats. I mean, we even got some gloves coming, right? I just want to make sure that the jackets are branded with Bridge the Gap marketing for each and every one of you guys, because you guys wear it well. So we're working on that as well. As soon as they come in, we get them branded. We're going to get them out to you. So everybody's going to get a jacket. So with that being said, I just want to remind you guys, take care of yourself. All right, that's bringing us closer to that 7 a.m. hour. I thank you guys for joining. Hopefully you guys got some information from this call that's going to carry you throughout your week. We're going to continue to kick ass and take names. We're on the verge of hitting 400 sales this week. It is not a goal. It is now something that is a target, right? And when you look at something like a target, it's more like food on your plate. You understand what I'm saying? You know, goals are something that just like dreams or something. No, this is not it, right? This is a target. This is food that's already on our plate. We just got to feast. So with that being said, I look forward to seeing you guys at the finish line of 400 sales this week, right? Let's kick ass and take names. I love you all. Speak to you soon. Later.